Okay, we're recording again.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Thank the fuck God.
Thank the fuck God.
I mean, I do.
No.
Zeus.
I mean, yeah.
Well played.
Anyway.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
so
what are we doing now?
we're gonna talk about fan theories.
James.
First up is a theory that we came up with by ourselves.
We?
I had no part in it.
I feel like there's two of us sitting here.
I feel like
Well,
you.
the main idea
said
came
it
from
first.
me.
I was the first. No, I was the first one who said it.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
halfway.
you repeated me.
Yeah.
No,
right
no.
after.
We just constantly started talking about it.
It's more like you brought up the template. I came up with the actual thing because
With the art.
so
I was like, what
I wouldn't
if?
call it art.
I was like, what if James
that was
Potter
NBA.
is Albus Dumbledore? And then you went on with James Dumbledore.
Yeah. So we're gonna let Ryan talk about James Dumbledore.
You got 5 minutes.
And I'm
I
gonna learn
did.
about James Dumbledore.
Yeah,
So-
Marco was not there. So here we go.
So as a little joke, we were talking about like James and stuff. Since of course I haven't really watched the Harry Potter series, so
Wait,
What-
James who?
Potter.
James
Oh
Potter.
my
Oh,
god.
okay.
Marco.
So what happened is you get these guys were talking about, oh, Dumbledore is such a father figure to Harry. So I'm just like, but what about James? And then Justin's all like, one of the James was Dumbledore.
Dumbledore?
Dumbledore.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
what if James was Dumbledore?
So
I
anyways,
am Dumbledore.
so we made the joke whenever Dumbledore would be on the screen, he would either be like, hey, Harry, and he would just lower the beard and be like, yeah, so we're gonna give you all this. I'm gonna give you this invisible hood.
I don't remember this.
I'm ad-libbing, dang it. I don't remember everything.
Can I intervene here real quick?
All right.
So I did like the most important thing to take away from this is Dumbledore is actually James Potter
With a beard.
with a beard, and like
Can we just call him Dumbledore?
Harry does
now?
no.
Harry,
I
everyone
refuse.
I like
realizes
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
it's it's James, but Harry does not realize it's.
Everyone in the entire school,
Everyone's in on it.
no, even Voldemort knows that this is James Potter,
Wait,
except for Harry,
Yeah.
who is
Wait.
like very blind because he's like, I'm James Potter, Dumbledore says,
so that's why Snape wanted to kill him.
and still has
Because he was angry at James for marrying
We never
Lily.
even made that connection.
Well, it's more like after the third
Wait,
third
say
movie,
what?
everyone
Wait, what
got
happened?
That's
bored
why
and me going
Snape
like,
killed
hey, it's
Dumbledore.
James.
Dumbledore.
Oh my god.
Because
That's
he was
crazy.
still angry at him for marrying
Well,
Lily.
that happened.
Holy
I-
shit.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Go back onto talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just had a connection.
Anyways, with our Dumbledore or James Dumbledore stuff, I would bring it up every single time he would come on the picture.
I fucking hate Dumbledore.
For the
I like Dumbledore now
So
that you
bad.
made it.
So anyways, for the next three movies, whenever Dumbledore would pop up, be
Seems
like,
like
hey,
nothing's work.
Potter, and all that kind of
That's
stuff.
usually
And
the work.
let's just say these guys got very, very, very annoyed.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, very. because-
Yeah.
Like, they
I
got the
was
shoes
there.
off annoyed.
I mean, I'm just gonna say
What?
that it was really funny the first time
In
you
the
hear
first
it.
movie.
in the first, yeah, but then after that, when you repeated it constantly throughout the rest of the movies, it became
Well,
less funny.
It died out in the fourth movie because that's when we try to be quiet.
That's when
Tied
I.
out in the fucking first.
That's when I beat the shit out of Ryan.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might not remember that, but
I don't.
There's a lot of things I don't remember.
No, it was really funny when it first
it
came
was
out.
really
like
good.
just imagining him like standing at the stop, imagining him standing up at like the pulpit. I'm gonna call it that. I
The
don't
podium.
Podium.
Yeah. And
Get out of here!
standing up at the podium, just like saying, you know,
I want my son to win, so 10,000 points for
yeah,
Gryffindor.
he's just like
400 plus 400 equals 10,000.
he does the
2,000
math in his head
calories.
where he's like, Hermione gets 50,
Dumbledore math.
Ron gets 50, Harry gets 60. Oh no, we're still 10 short. Okay, I gotta make sure my son wins this. Neville. Like, just James.
Yes.
Oh, James.
What did he give Neville for? Give points to Neville.
It's brave standing up to your enemies, but it's even braver to stand up to your friends.
10
yes.
points to Gryffindor.
2,000 calories to Snape.
That sounds like he
What
just
about
gets
2,000 calories?
he gets
Snape gets 2,000
he
calories.
becomes slightly
What?
chunkier.
Yeah.
Just from the sun?
Yeah.
Like he just
Like
soaks up
what you
2,000
should
calories.
intake.
I seen
Extra
that.
calories.
Also, as the
So,
voice actors
okay.
changed for
You should, I
Dumbledore,
think.
that's when the
Right.
joke died down.
I feel like that's not a good.
That still would.
Yeah,
I
when
don't think
Michael
it would change
whatever
it
died,
that much though.
and then the other guy came in. Stop opening that.
He's opening up my Christmas present.
Am I allowed to breathe?
No. Then the other guy came in is when like we were kind of like, okay, so
He's not our Dumbledore.
yeah, it's not James Dumbledore anymore.
Hashtag not our Dumbledore.
Oh my-
Set it trending.
Please.
Please, all 5 of you. Wait, there's 5 of us. Shit.
That's because we're the only
It's all
ones.
of us. We're just gonna tweet.
Guys.
I don't have
I don't have
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't have a life
You do
outside
have Twitter,
on the,
Brianna.
I probably have like 5, but I don't ever use them.
Well, sign them up, open them up.
I found one of your Twitters.
I don't know if I know the fucking passwords or the usernames or the fucking emails that I use.
Because
If you guys want,
deleted-
follow
sorry.
us on Twitter. Link in the
And
description.
follow the YouTube.
Anyway.
then we forget
Like
about the link.
Like and subscribe.
I
Like in the
deleted, like,
description.
2 of my
Come on,
emails
guys.
that
You're
I
not
used
supposed to put it in
use.
the middle. You're supposed to
Like,
put
I
it at
had,
the
like,
front.
3.
I have 3 currently.
I have 2.
I'm
Yeah,
so
they're all of
confused,
us.
Sean.
Harry Potter.
Anyway,
Okay.
so that was James Dumbledore basically.
Dumbledore,
Yeah,
as I like to call it.
Dumbledore.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate that, and I will
Fan
probably.
art!
Oh my god.
Fan art of
Please.
fucking James.
It just
Jumble
None
otter.
of us are.
it
Just
just
for
enough.
jumble otter.
it's just James
also
with the
taking
beard.
submissions for merch. So
We
Well,
need a
that'd be really cool, like,
Dumbledore t-shirts.
t-shirt, though, like, Dumbledore, like, leaning over to Harry,
With
like,
his-
pulling down his beard.
just like so. It's
It's
about
like-
my
It's like,
secrets.
hey, boy.
And Harry's
boy.
just
Hey, boy.
Harry's too enthused about staring
he's
at
like,
the mirror
no,
of his father.
I am your father.
oh my god.
And there's Harry. No!
I don't
You
feel
know
like
what? Let's move on. We're gonna move on.
To our,
Justin
I need that
has
in my life.
yeah.
fan theories.
he has his Luna.
So I have a couple fan theories here that I would just like to bring up, and
Proceed
one
with your narrative.
He's going to.
What
Please.
Justin was Harry Potter the whole time.
I feel attacked.
I didn't read.
Yeah, go.
Oh,
bring
wait.
it.
Okay, anyway, so basically, one fan theory that a lot of people already, it's a very popular fan theory, is that Harry Potter's now immortal, and that's because, well, you know, he killed, the entire thing is, since they can only kill each other, or it is said that they could only kill each other by Trelawney, you know, and her mists. Nobody can see me do this, which is very upsetting because that's how I speak, is with my hands.
Just do, like, voiceover, like, weird wavy hands.
Just go silent.
I got you. I got you.
Can you just jazz hands? Anyway, so basically, what I'm just gonna say what she said because it's kind of important. So either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives, which is kind of why it's thought that Harry can no longer die, since the only person, by how this sounds, be able to kill Harry is Voldemort. You know, and that's kind of sad,
Oh.
considering he won't be able to see his parents
But
ever again, and he'll watch everyone he's grown to love die.
okay.
I
but
understand
let's
that theory, but I don't
think
believe
there's
it.
something to. Let's think
Like,
about
I
this.
get
though.
why people would think that. But
Like,
he's gonna die.
He grows old.
okay.
But,
Well,
I mean,
He
it
gets
could be
let's
to
like,
his
truly
fucking
think
40s
about
and he
this.
looks ugly.
So,
it could be like
let's-
Dumbledore though.
so
Yeah.
on one
He's a
side
wizard.
we have Harry, and on the other side we have Voldemort.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
On one side we have Harry, one side we have Voldemort. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they clash.
That's it. Yeah.
This is clashing,
Yeah. Okay.
and then they're supposed to kill each other. So Voldemort dies.
Yeah.
Correct. He's dead. They got all the Horcruxes. Don't do it.
Nobody can see you do
You
it.
can't see the air
Okay.
quotes.
But like, prophecies aren't like set in stone. Like, there can be more stuff that can kill Harry.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
other than
but like
Voldemort.
like a
because
train.
I like
He
trains.
stands in
Like,
front of the Hogwarts Express.
you know, and you know,
I don't know.
like I feel like it's probably like he can't die because of like natural causes or something like that, or he can die like by another person's hand. So like
I would,
if
yeah.
But
So like
by
if
the other
if they were to
person's
duel,
foot.
like he can't die in a duel or whatever.
Yeah.
He would die. The only way for him to die that way would be if Voldemort was.
Right.
So like I suppose theoretically, if he got hit by the Hogwarts Express,
unless the train knew magic.
and who knows? Like,
The train is like,
The train is like,
Abracadabra.
Expelliarmus!
the train is the last Horcrux.
Oh my,
God.
that'd be terrifying.
Uh,
Just standing there with a little
because who's
basilisk
gonna blow up the Hogwarts
Come on,
Express?
I would blow up the Hogwarts Express.
You would blow up the Hogwarts Express?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
Are you a terrorist?
Anarchy.
The
Make
FBI
sure I'm
listening.
not on that one.
Good.
So,
I need to cover up my camera.
Oh no, they're watching us through
Yeah.
the recording, even though it's just
Okay.
audio.
anyway, so that's basically. I mean, that was a short fan theory. That was kind of one that a lot of people have heard of.
Yeah.
One that's less common, and I probably might need to explain it for a couple of people, maybe unless you guys remember, but I'm gonna do it anyway for on there. Is Luna Lovegood a Maledictus?
Yeah.
So a Maledictus is basically a female individual. It has to be a female who carries a blood curse that eventually turns her into a beast permanently. So, how do you say the
Nagini.
Nagini?
Niagni.
I know. Okay, guys, don't judge me. Anyway, she would be an example of this. J.K. Rowling did say, like, it doesn't just mean you're going to turn into a snake. It could be other animals, which is kind of like Luna Lovegood is a wolf.
Ooh.
Okay?
Like
So
Fancy.
here's what this is why people think this could be. So Luna Lovegood's mom, nobody really knows too much about, like, in the actual story. We know her name's Pandora. We know she died because of trying to work on a spell. She was practicing with a spell or working on a spell or whatever. And that's actually very important because it's thought that spell is, like, something to cure both of them from this blood curse. But she died, so she never was able to do it.
Sorry, that's so funny.
You can't do it. It's not a good plan if you're dead, I guess.
Here's where it gets, like, I feel like the most interesting. Luna doesn't know that she's a Maledictus because her mother died as relatively young.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't be able to know that her mom was, carrier of this or whatever. The blood curse. And the work on why a wolf or whatever, hang on, I gotta look at Ashley because she's the one that knows the names. Luna's dad. Xenophilia. Okay, so it's some sort. His name is like it links back, like it comes from a certain other word which I can't remember off the top of my head and I didn't write down. Basically, it just means someone who falls in love with an alien or an alienish, not like an alien,
Like
but
stranger.
I'm
something
assuming-
that's odd
It
or
comes from like the Greek Xenos, I think.
unordinary.
Yeah, Xenos
You
or
mean, like-
Xenophile.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it
Ryan.
comes from Xenos.
Anyway, so that basically it's something like, shut up, Brian. I'm gonna come over there and beat the shit out of you. Anyway, so basically that would explain why he fell in love with Luna's mom, Pandora, because he knows that she's gonna turn into a wolf, and like that would be
He's
something.
fucking into that shit.
He's exactly.
He loves bestiality.
Yeah. Just remember, just because you are a Maledictus doesn't mean you're bad either. It's linked with bad because Nagini went in Voldemort or whatever, and
But
I
she
mean,
wasn't bad initially.
No, but like I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't because you're the blood curse you're gonna be evil or whatever. I would just like to say that. Now, here's where it gets like a little deeper, which is
dear.
it gets confusing here. So obviously, Luna, Moon, kind of a link, Moon equals wolf. So that's very vague. That's very vague, right? I mean, because like you think I think wolf and moon, kind of like a wolf howling at a moon or a werewolf, which they're not werewolves. You're not gonna be a werewolf if you're Maledictus. So her sons, Luna's sons, are named Lorcan, and Lysander, right? I'm looking for other people to like.
I'm nodding.
Yeah. But if you take the can and the lie from their names, and you get lycan, which is the professed ability or power of a human becoming a wolf or being transformed into a wolf.
Lycanthropy.
Sure, like that. So like
that was a high five.
I mean, it's just kind of like all these things kind of like link. Well, why is this such a thing? Why do we think wolf? It's because of all these things that like link back to a wolf, and like this is all obviously it's all theory, so we'll never know. But one last thing that is just really good. That I think I talked to Ashley about this earlier, and she kind of enjoyed this part.
I love it so much.
Luna's future husband is Rolf Scamander. Okay, besides his first name literally being one letter off from wolf, Rolf Scamander is a magi zoologist, which would make sense why he falls in love with Luna. Also, Rolf means renowned wolf. So, I mean, like, obviously, it's just something I thought would be interesting to bring up, considering nobody talks about, like, the fan theories about, like, Luna or, like, Hermione, or it's all Harry and Dumbledore and
Ron.
Nobody talks about
Ron.
Nobody
cares about Ron.
Nobody gives a fuck about Ron. And that's where everyone just cuts off. Nobody's listening anymore.
I do love Ron.
You heard it here, folks.
So I mean,
nobody cares about him.
Yeah.
I just want to Scamander, and he's a magizoologist. I just love that it runs in the family. I love my Scamanders.
Except for Newt's brother.
Theseus, you know what? I think Theseus also loves animals. He's too afraid of showing it because he wants to be a big jock boy.
Same. Not really.
Shut up. No, okay, I have one theory, and I told Justin about this. Ryan was here. I doubt he was listening.
He's not even fucking listening right now.
No, I know.
I'm halfway listening.
Well, this is something that you're supposed to be fully involved in, and you're over there watching videos.
We got done with James Dumbledore, and he was like, "Okay, I'm out."
I know. That's all I cared about.
Like, that just obsessed me a lot.
Okay,
I can't help it, my fans.
My fan theory is really, really well known because it's like technically partly true. Professor Trelawney, Sybil Trelawney, is a descendant of Cassandra, who was the prophet or an oracle, and I can't remember which one, in ancient Greek.
I think earlier you said, or
I said oracle earlier, but then I thought about it. Okay, so Cassandra was an oracle. Don't yell at me. If I'm wrong. She was cursed by Apollo, the god of prophecies, so that every time she made a prophecy, or every time she prophesied, nobody would believe her prophecies. Shut up! Nobody would believe her prophecies. So there's a theory that came down like
to a generation.
Yeah, like generationally. To Professor Trelawney, so that like every time she prophesies something, nobody ever believes her, which would make sense because some of the prophecies that she says actually make sense, but everyone's like, oh, she's just a kook.
So
like the Harry Potter, like the Harry.
That's why she goes into the like different voice whenever she's like speaking a true prophecy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like, and you know, she did the one about Harry Potter and Voldemort, and like the one cannot live.
Would you like me to read it?
One cannot live while the other survives. You don't have to read it again.
Neither must die at the hand. Either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives.
Yeah, that one.
And this plot synopsis has been given by Justin.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
P.O. Box.
Sponsored.
No,
I'll be a lot more useful when a topic I'm more familiar with.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just a fun little thing. That's probably
kind of
true.
the paradox of soothsayers. And they're like...
Is that, like, they're gifted with this thing, but nobody's gonna believe them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they tell people and they believe them, then the people will go through measures to prevent the things from happening, and then it won't happen, and they don't know if it would have really happened.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of just a paradox.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
So that was that. So, I mean... those are just kind of. I think if people do watch this, they should submit fan theories in the comments or
Yes.
Watch audio.
even on Twitter.
We're gonna have subtitles.
I'm sure the links for our stuff will be in the bottom.
Yep.
So like, just go and like send us stuff if you other fan theories. We
Maybe-
probably won't read them on the podcast, but
Yeah.
we're interested.
We could do. Maybe we'd even do another episode if people actually really want to about
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yeah,
If there are
Because-
enough.
Yeah, there are so many things about Harry Potter that like.
which is a good thing we should bring up right now. This isn't just a Harry Potter based podcast
Correct.
either. This will be just a bunch of different topics. I think we have like maybe Jurassic Park, stuff like that in mind. So we have
Oh.
Marvel.
Marvel for some people that like Marvel.
Shut up.
If we do Marvel, then do we get to do DC?
Yes.
We can do DC.
Woo!
Anyway, but like,
Don't look
just-
too happy about it.
so
It's
like,
very
don't just think this is gonna be a strictly Harry Potter. That's like when we were coming up with the name, we were gonna be like the Marauders, but then we realized we don't want this to be forced strictly on Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So, just and if you guys like this and we actually see some interests, then definitely we'll, maybe
Do
we'll
like a
have
part two.
part two of this.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the last part because we have 9 minutes until this is an hour long.
Well, I mean, we're getting pretty close. I mean, we're doing pretty good for
Yeah, it's good. So the last thing that I wanted to do, because this is my favorite thing that me and my friend who isn't on this podcast.
Hello, friend.
Hi, Jacob, if you're listening.
Wait, he might be confused. You might want to call him by his actual name.
Jacob Jean Bloomquist.
Oh, I thought his name was Daddy.
You know what? Okay. Stop talking.
I'm sorry. Kind of.
We'll edit that in post.
No,
We won't. This is staying in here.
We don't have enough
Okay.
money to edit that in post.
No. So, mine and Jacob's favorite thing to do of like anything that we watch together is to see to think about who would be the best hugger. And obviously it's Hagrid for this, but let's talk about different people.
So on a
Voldemort.
scale of 1 to Hagrid,
Sure.
No.
Yeah, on a scale of Voldemort to Hagrid.
Oh,
You-
Voldemort would have really good hugs.
what are you
No.
talking? No.
Have you seen his
How
hug
we
against
how
Draco?
about-
It's just like.
Yeah, it's
How about a scale
He's like
of
his dad.
Snape?
Voldemort's like your
Snape.
dad. Like, I don't know
Snape
how to show
Hagrid.
emotion.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Voldemort
Yeah.
is negative points.
Snape, we can do Snape to Hagrid because Snape is greasy.
So how about we each, instead of listing a bunch of characters, how about we
Yeah.
each just choose
Who would
One.
be the best one?
who we each think would be, and then we can rank it.
Oh,
The group
my
can-
God.
I have one that you guys will hate.
It's gonna be Snape, isn't it?
No,
Because I'm
No.
done with
it's
him.
not Snape.
Okay, you go first then.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aragog.
Oh my god!
He,
Oh no!
He's got so many legs. He can
on a
just
scale,
grab
wait,
you.
hang on.
Wrap you
On a
and then
scale,
eat
And then
you.
yeah.
on a scale of Snape to Hagrid, he's below Snape.
Literally, spiders are
I
like
would
my
want
least
to be
favorite
hugged
thing.
by Aragog.
No!
He's got so many arms and legs. Like he
I
could
didn't
like.
think we were gonna do
envelop
like
you.
creatures.
No, I wasn't
I
ready
think
for
we should
that.
just stick to people.
Yeah. What about
Aragog is a
Hedwig?
person too.
He will substitute him
Princess.
for the little midget. I can't remember.
The midget.
The music teacher.
That's you say little people. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hi,
there's.
Sorry.
The dwarf.
Sorry for Ryan. He's from Minnesota.
Yeah, they haven't gotten the PSA about it.
I don't even think they have
to say
electricity
midget.
yet.
Yeah, no.
There's still.
Then how come I'm the tech guy here?
You're not. I
You're
feel
not.
like Marco's closer.
Wait. When my computer doesn't work, I throw it across the room. Are you working
Am I the
yet?
closest person to a tech guy here, which is scary.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Like you've worked.
You
with Adobe.
figure out another one.
That's my story.
Fine.
I'm
Okay,
sticking to.
Aragog is below Snape. Officially.
I'll find someone else.
Officially voted
Okay.
by everyone else.
Yeah.
Here.
Anyway,
Okay. Arthur.
Weasley?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he's a dad, so I feel like he's got to have a good like dad hug.
I feel like Molly would be like above him though.
Yeah.
Well, like,
definitely.
obviously, but I feel like
She's-
on a scale, maybe like.
I
So
love her.
we're just gonna assume that like Snape is a 1, then,
Yeah.
and Hagrid is a 10.
Voldemort's a 0.
So,
Aragog 0.
I'd say you probably place Arthur somewhere in the middle, maybe like a 4 or a 5.
Yeah,
Because I feel like Molly is probably like a 6.
Yeah. I feel like Molly would be like a 10, honestly.
No.
I'd give Molly an 8.
8? Yeah.
Yeah. I'd give Arthur like a 5.
So,
Like,
Fiver is
Molly
nice.
would be.
Yeah.
Can we just say agree that Molly's like a 7.5?
Fine.
You can say that. I'm gonna say
Right.
8. Yeah.
Right. So I think Arthur Weasley, yeah.
What about Dumbledore?
Dumbledore or James is like.
I feel like
top
it'd be
tier.
awkward.
He's so fucking tall.
And like
Yeah.
frail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Well, at
I'd
least
be
he's
afraid to
not.
break
And he
him.
doesn't seem like the hugging type.
What's his
'cause-
name? I can't remember his name right now.
Nicholas Flamel.
Yeah.
Just
Wait, hang on,
walk
hang
up,
on.
dig up his
hang on.
corpse and just, how are ya?
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, watch the new Fantastic Beasts movie.
It's in my review. I talk about it in my review that's coming out before this is. So
Oh yeah, or go watch that
Yeah.
if you haven't.
Yeah,
Um,
but still keep us
because,
on,
like-
or else it's going to be very rude leaving this early.
No, you can leave, it's fine.
Pause this. Go watch that, come back to this.
Yeah. Because
Well-
he's adorable.
Okay, hang on. Everyone just don't say anything for like 10 seconds.
I forgot how to
Okay,
go.
that's fine. Well, now they didn't miss anything. They pause and
I
they
don't-
come
yeah.
back and it's just gonna be silence.
How do I lung?
Okay, great. I'm so glad you guys went and saw that.
Did you learn a lot in 10
Make
seconds?
sure you go back and like and subscribe.
Hey.
Oh no!
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, I think
Shout out
I
to
think
my gaming channel.
Dumbledore's like a
Right.
3.
Dumbledore would be a 3.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's.
He's
I'm not getting
still
a-
better than Snape because he tries the hug.
Yeah.
But like
I don't get a hug
you
vibe
can't-
from him though.
No.
You can't like go up like Hagrid and just like squeeze him.
Yeah.
You just can't slap your arms around him. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Draco. He's not. I feel like he's not like a huggy person, but
He's
when
a
he
mama's
does
boy.
give hugs, I feel like they'd be really fucking
He'd
good.
be so nice. I'd
give him a 9.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a 9.
Is it because
Yeah.
I feel like he's a mama's boy.
Yeah.
So he
definitely.
definitely like gives his mom some really good hugs.
Absolutely.
And
some straight bangers.
yeah. Wait, what?
Don't ever
I
just
didn't-
agree with something that Marco says right away.
Yeah, I was confusion. Don't take anything I say for granted. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we have Arthur and we have
Molly.
Dumbledore and
Molly and Draco.
Molly and Draco.
And Aragog.
Well, I was choosing to leave him out. So what do you? Who hasn't? You two.
I've stated
I'm going
Dumbledore
off of
and James are like top tier.
Okay, yeah, I don't agree with Dumbledore, but I think James would be a great hugger.
One if it was James.
If he was
were
alive.
Oof.
Well, I mean, technically,
Technically, he is
He is
alive.
alive.
Aragog's dead.
yeah,
Dumbledore's dead. Who else is? Arthur was almost dead.
Yeah.
but he's not dead.
He ain't though.
Thank God. You know who is dead?
Voldemort.
Remus.
Fred.
Oh fuck!
Let's not bring that up right now.
I feel like the twins would give pretty good hugs
Oh.
though too.
And then they
Hell
would like
yeah.
post
They'd
a
get you
sticky
from like front and behind.
Oh
because
god.
they're they're those type of people though.
Actually,
like they would do it as a
Oh,
prank,
yeah, they
and then
are.
they would like,
Yeah. They would invent something
There
to
would be
hug you for them.
There would be explosions everywhere.
and then everyone's dirty mind just derailed this
Slide
I'm
conversation.
sorry. Brianna said from front. They would take you from front.
I didn't say take you. I said they would go in front and behind.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, so I mean,
Yeah. No.
okay, where would we
No,
rate
no.
Fred and George?
I would give them like the same as Molly, probably an 8.
I would
that
give
they
them a
learned
7.
I feel like because they would
Because
hug at the same time, it'd probably be lower. It'd be
I would give
awkward,
them-
so it'd be like
No,
a
That
no.
would make it better.
Hey, I would give them
No.
a 7
It's
because
like
they're
a
not
group
quite as
hug.
experienced.
I'm
as
saying a
Molly.
7.
Oh,
Okay.
'Cause
7.5.
I can
7.5.
I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're up there. I mean, they've got the predisposed hugging gene,
Yeah.
but like they don't have the experience to really get that gene up there.
And you know who never will get that experience?
Don't.
Fred,
Fred.
You know-
Not even funny.
you know how many people in this room care about Fred's death? 2. For those 3,
Three.
kind of, but Marco doesn't really care because he didn't raise his hand all the way.
Just me, I can't raise anything.
I care about a few things.
Okay.
I don't care, so
Neville. That's mine.
Ooh.
Neville would be great.
Yeah.
I
I'd
feel like
give him
he'd
an
be
8.
awkward
I don't
at
know.
first.
I feel like his
Seven.
schlong would get in the way,
Ooh.
make it a really awkward conversation. Very awkward
Is
hug.
that
Neville Schlongbottom.
Is that a pen in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
It's not
there
a
a
pen.
snip?
It's a sword of.
A quill.
It's the sword of Gryffindor.
Oh.
It only comes out when it's a true Gryffindor.
I'm gonna leave.
Oh my god.
No, okay, so I think when he was younger, it would probably have been really awkward, but as he
Yeah.
grew older and got
And
hotter,
got- ooh.
it got better. And he's a 9.
Welcome to. You're just opening the world for fan art.
You know
Okay.
what? You're the one who said schlong.
Shits.
What about
Schlongbottom.
Luna? Luna
I was
would be
thinking
lovely.
Hermione or Luna.
I don't know about Luna,
Because Luna's like really small.
Yeah.
but I think okay.
I would give her like 5.
I don't know, guys, because I feel like she doesn't hug her dad. I feel like her
I
mom.
wouldn't fucking hug her dad.
No.
I
it's
know,
creepy.
no, exactly. So, like, where does she learn to give hugs, right? So I feel like her
From
hugs.
Ginny.
Okay, you don't learn to hug.
Yeah, you do.
No, it's,
Yeah, you
no,
don't. There's a lot of people that just don't know how to hug,
c-
and that's because they never.
Probably.
Ryan, because
Probably.
they probably
like,
never
do you
hugged
know?
anyone.
You're born knowing how to hug.
No.
I wasn't. I had to learn.
It's not
It
something
took
you
me
need to for
years.
survival.
It is.
You don't need to hug.
Evolutionarily, it was.
We're not getting in. We're gonna talk about that during the Jurassic Park episode.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Follow us
I don't
next
think
week.
I don't think she'd be a good hug. I think maybe a 3. I think she's.
I think
would
she's
give her.
higher
I
than
would.
that.
Yeah, I would agree with Brianna and give her a 5. But because she'd probably whisper something weird in my ear, just be like, "Noggles."
I can see them too.
Yeah, something.
One's going in your ear, yeah. Let me just take him out there.
Yeah.
Let me whisper something dirty to you.
Bellatrix?
Bellatrix.
It's
No.
a fucking nut job.
kill
What does she have to do with this
She'd
conversation?
Kill you.
No,
before
she
hugged
would
you.
control you to hug her.
Yeah. Probably.
What about
so
Hermione
scary.
though? It'd be like hugging
Hermione-
like a big cat.
Hermione
Yeah.
would be good, yeah.
Because she had loving parents.
Yeah.
Dentists.
Dentists.
who-
Dentists are very...
Wait, more important.
But they're awful because they give out toothbrushes and bottles of water. The bottles of water are very important
But Justin,
for
it's not like you
Halloween
remember
trick or
that.
treat. I do.
I went to their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do, anyone have one more? And then we should probably wrap this up.
Fang.
No.
No, we're not gonna
No
talk
more
about
animals!
Why?
Newt Scamander. I know it's not in the Harry Potter
But
world.
yeah,
but let me
he
talk
gives a
about him.
hug.
He
What
No,
gives
about Sirius,
no,
though?
but
What about
he
Sirius?
says he's not a hugger. His brother's a
Yeah,
hugger.
but when he hugged Theseus,
He was so
He could've
awkward.
just stood there.
His arms were down at his side.
Theseus had his arm.
No,
No.
no.
At the end of
Okay.
the after
You mean-
spoilers,
When he
Lita dies.
Pause this.
I haven't seen it.
When
Okay, it
when
doesn't matter.
Wait, when
It's
he when he's like, I chose a side.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the very beginning, he's not a
You
hugger.
just, like,
No. But if something tragic happened to you, like
yeah.
your family died, and Newt was there, I'd melt.
I would
Like,
also
so
I would
lovely.
scream because it's a fictional character. Although we wish he was real. Here's Newt Scamander. Oh my god!
I would probably die.
Ah!
I'd be so happy.
I would be excited because then I'd be like, take me with you.
Yeah, I want to let me climb in that case.
Please.
Probably get eaten.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
I will.
My whole family's dead.
And they died the boring way. I get to go out the good way.
All right, if not Newt Scamander, if we're not going to say Newt Scamander, let's end this on a good note. Let's talk about Jacob Kowalski real quick because he's my
Ooh.
favorite character.
Oh, from Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, from Fantastic Beasts, Jacob Kowalski.
I
would
think he'd give a good hug.
the best hug.
9.
No,
9.
9. No one can give as good as a hug as
Yeah,
Hagrid.
yeah.
Except
we're-
for young Dumbledore.
He could be a 9.9, but not a,
Dumbledore.
not a full 10.
Yeah,
Double
Dumble Daddy gives good hugs.
It's
Oh
when he
my
gets
God.
old that he gets bad.
Well, when
wait.
he's firm.
So is young Dumbledore still James?
No.
No. James took over Dumbledore's body when he
Yeah.
died.
Oh, so it's like a
James-
Mad-Eye Moody situation.
No, Dumbledore is literally living in his office,
But James is just
but
James.
fastened to beard.
sometimes Dumbledore is like, I'm tired, I don't want to be a headmaster today, and just hands his beard to James.
But like he's like
I'm just picturing that. Just
He presses a switch and from the
here
cauldron.
you go, James.
He presses a switch and out of the cauldron the phoenix was and just rises up James.
Wait, what are the Phoenix? What are the Phoenix? Is
It's
No,
not. We learned that in Fantastic
because
Beasts 2.
he would have to. James would have to be
Spoilers.
like hundreds and hundreds of years old.
I mean, he could be.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
It's
that's where Harry gets his invincibility.
Invincibility.
No, he gets
the invincibility
he-
gene.
He becomes
It's genetic.
immortal
Then how come
because
it
he
didn't work
killed
with
Dumbledore.
James?
Or killed
Okay.
Voldemort.
I think we're done here.
Anyway, yeah, that's fun, guys.
That was
I
a good
enjoyed
one.
that.
Yeah, good first episode. If you guys want to see more of us, if you want to see our faces, go check out the December video that I should have posted already. Hopefully. It's a lot of editing. Because they are in it for pretty much the entire thing. Because I'm not gonna be filming a lot when I go home.
But I don't want my face.
And
We can
Too
rip
bad,
it off.
Ryan. You're gonna be known to the world.
But I'm only known
You're gonna
as-
be known to the world, Ryan.
we should be back in 2 weeks with another episode. Haven't decided what it is yet. We'll get a schedule.
Disney.
And no,
No.
we're not doing Disney yet. We will do Disney eventually.
After Disney Marathon.
Yeah, after the Disney Marathon. Okay, so that is it for this episode. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
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 Have a good one.
And remember to listen to us talk.
Check out all of our links in the
Roll
description.
credits.